And fans, we're back down at ringside, getting ready for the 2 out of 3 falls matchup between Jay Wylde and James Taylor. If you don't mind, Josh Ross, I've got to excuse myself for a moment.
Stand up across, I apologize, fans, friends, and neighbors, my broadcast colleague is in the broadcast booth, do some paperwork, following some things, but he shall return, ladies and gentlemen. And here we go, folks, it's long. Here we go. 2 out of 3 falls. The Prophet introducing his prophecy, but to take on the undefeated James Taylor. You know the Prophet is always going to have his family involved, one way or another. Come hell or high water. But tonight, could this be the final chapter in the installment of Taylor versus Wylde? You see Jinx along with there's Clay. There's the prophecy, but where's the leader? Where's the Prophet? Where is Jay Wylde, the Prophet? You see Clay and Jinx, the 2 members of the group, this prophecy-like family, this cult, creepy-like family. And now, folks, we're waiting on the arrival of the Prophet Jay Wylde to do battle here against the undefeated nemesis, James Taylor. There you see Jinx on one side and Clay on the other, waiting on their leader of the prophecy, the Prophet Jay Wylde, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, to do battle against the undefeated nemesis, James Taylor. Could this be the final chapter in the installment of the Prophet versus the nemesis? This is 2 out of 3 falls. Any man can get a fall. It could lead up to one man getting one fall and the other man getting the other one, and it could go to sudden death. It could very well do that, or the Prophet or the nemesis could get falls in either one match. So the main question is this: who is gonna survive? Who is going to be the one to finally put the final nail in the coffin of this feud, if it'll be over? That's my question, folks. Believe it or not, it's the Prophet versus the nemesis. 2 out of 3 falls here at the grandest days of them all, Anniversary 6. There you see Clay now and Jinx walking on one side of the ring, and there you see the Prophet now getting into the ring. We're going to wait on the arrival of the undefeated, the nemesis James Taylor, and Referee Carter yet again to officiate Anniversary 6 here tonight. Prophet still waiting on the arrival, pacing inside the ring, waiting patiently for the undefeated James Taylor, the nemesis, to make his entrance here in this matchup. 2 out of 3 falls, folks. Taylor, Wylde. Could this be the final chapter in the installment? And here at the greatest days of them all, we're going to find out, folks, in a matter of moments. And here we go. Here he comes, folks. The undefeated nemesis, James Taylor. In his mind, he's going to do what he always does: arrive, raise hell, and leave. And he might do just that. Could the nemesis pull out the stops and win this early falls match? And folks, by God, there he is. Some might say the toughest SOB that ever graced a backyard circuit. That's what other people's got their opinions. But the bottom line is this: 2 out of 3 falls. Prophet, nemesis, one-on-one. Could it be for the last time? And like I said, folks, Referee Carter. Oh, good God! And they're starting off hot and heavy out the gate. And look at this. And what? Pistol like right hands, and here come the stops, and the bell's not even sounding, for God's sake. But the Taylor don't care, Prophet don't care. They want to tear each other apart. And we finally got a bell moments ago, finally. And good God, the Prophet's got him. And now a punching dunked it, and now here come more pistol like right hands by the nemesis James Taylor. And off the rope goes the Prophet, dunks at him, look at it, coming, dunks it again. And wisely, the Prophet rolls out of the ring, slides out of the ring, and here comes James to meet him. He's going to the outside. It's a cat and mouse game. And good God, the nemesis with a clothesline of the Prophet. Prophet and nemesis now on the outside of the ring now. Oh, what a shot to the chrome dome. And here it comes. A knee right to the midsection. And now look at this. Oh, what is this? A power bomb, perhaps? Maybe a pile driver? He's going to set him up for it. Look out. No. Oh, look out. Oh, back first goes the nemesis on the ground, folks. No padding on the outside, folks. That's solid ground. And now there's Referee Carter being observant, trying to get these men back in the ring. And he's just wrenching the hands on the face of the nemesis, James Taylor. Prophet trying to get James up to a vertical base, and he throws him back in the ring now. And now the Prophet is going back in on the hunt for the nemesis, trying to put it in to his undefeated streak here in TBW. And now the Prophet stomping away. And come on, Ray, he's got the foot on the throat. Come on, Carter, do something about that. And now the Prophet now finally breaking up that foot stomp. And now here we go, the Prophet now working over James down the corner. And Sucky once again, the foot on the throat with the boot. Come on, Carter, get him off there, ref. Carter tried to get him off, but finally, Prophet, listen. Look at this now, here we go. Over to him again, and there's an overhand punch. Second punch again by Jay Wylde. Look at this, Irish up in the corner goes the nemesis, and coming on a clothesline over by James Taylor. Little fighting effort there. Now he just scrapes the shoe across the forehead of Jay Wylde. Taylor now stomping away at the Prophet. He's got him by that foot. He's trying to pull him off the rope. Now he's got him in the middle of the ring. And now Taylor working over the leg, the ankle, the calf area of Jay Wylde, trying to ground the Prophet. Good strategy by the veteran known as the nemesis, James Taylor. And look at Wylde, he's pulling the hair. He pulled the hair, ref. And Wylde punching away at James Taylor. Anything he can do to get out of that hold there, that submission. And now Prophet favoring that leg that was still locked in. Hold on, look at this. The Prophet now getting the big section. Look at this. Incoming. And a suplex. Suplex by Jay Wylde and James Taylor. 1, 2. And a kick out there. 1, 2. Pinball tip. 1, 2. Kick out. And now Prophet now is wondering whether they're going to put away the nemesis in this first fall of 2 out of 3 falls. Both men out on their feet. Look at this incoming on the rope. Look at incoming. And a sleeper hold by the Prophet to the nemesis. He's got it locked in. He could pass out here in this first fall. He could pass out or he could tap out. And referee Carter are observing as always, asking the nemesis, do you submit? Do you give up? Could this be what is the first match of the first fall? Could it be? Prophet still got that sleeper hold locked in tight on James Taylor. Still got it cinched. And wait, no. Taylor trying to fight out of it. The hold is the rope. Needed the midsection. And now Taylor will out the Prophet. Look at incoming. Look at this press. Pistol like right hands on the chrome dome. Off the rope goes. Look out. Here comes that elbow drop. Signature elbow is 1, 2. Come on. A kick out by the Prophet. How close was that little fire and momentum, a little bit of shot back in the flames of the James Taylor with the last resort of that Luthez press. Taylor picking up Wylde now. Perhaps what could be very next. Look out. Wait. A scoop slam by the nemesis of the Prophet. Taylor trying to get, is that a vertical base still? He's climbing to the middle rope. To the second rope, the middle rope. What's going to go for now? Look out. Look out. Another elbow. Yes, he does. Another elbow, but this time from the middle rope. Pinfall. 1, 2. Come on. And the Prophet yet again kicks out. Both men on the canvas. Referee Carter, once again, as always, observant. He's counting down both men. Somebody's got to get up. And now Taylor crawling over. Now he's up on his feet. Prophet now on his feet being picked up by Taylor. Look out on the rope. Incoming. Look out. Double clothesline and both men dropping a heap. Both men are down. Could be out. Double clothesline attempts. Got him right on the money. Did Nemesis and Prophet.
3.
And Carter now is still counting away.
4.
Neither man is able to get up yet. Somebody has to if they're going to score a fall in this first match. 2 out of 3, folks.
7.
Looks like Prophet is back up. Taylor now finally back up again. And now the Prophet's on the middle rope. Look out. Diamond X and a bueno. The stunner. The stunner. He got on the money. Gonna go for a pinfall. 1, James Taylor is in the lead.
First fall.
And Taylor has scored the first fall over this 2 out of 3 falls contest. Now it's Taylor, like I said, folks, Taylor 1, Wylde 0. We're now entering the second match for the 2 out of 3 falls. If Wylde gets a victory, we go into sudden death rules, folks. If you're keeping score at home, if Wylde, and there's a little pose there by the nemesis to the audience. But like I said a minute ago, if the Prophet can score a victory in the second fall, it will be sudden death rules. But if James Taylor can score the fall, the match is over. It's it. Done. Keep a score home, folks. Look at this now. Incoming. A clothesline off the apron, and down goes the Prophet. Prophet is down.
Let's get in the ring, guys.
Taylor now is up on his feet now, throwing the Prophet. And look at this now. Wow, now. All the forearm over the back. And now Taylor is down. Prophet now on the apron. What's going to go for now, folks? Yeah, a splash off the apron. A splash from the Prophet Wylde. And Taylor
Come on, guys. Let's get back
down,
in the ring.
hurting, maybe could be out. There's a replay of the first fall, that stunner, bam, right on the money. What a stunner that was in the first fall. We're back down the ringside to the replay, ladies and gentlemen, and the Prophet is trying to get back, is at a vertical vase, and Wylde grabbing that chain there. And he's not grabbing the chain. Oh, he's got a steel chair. It's worse. It's worse than a chain. Oh, no. Oh, God, across the middle of the back. Oh, that's a spine-tingling chair shot by the Prophet to the nemesis. And oh, come on. No, he's choking him. Oh, come on. Carter, do something about that. He's got that chair on the throat of the nemesis. And now finally, Wylde breaks up that predicament there, that hole there with that chair, and he throws down the steel chair. What is next in this second matchup for the second fall, folks? Like I said earlier, James Taylor has got one up on the Prophet. And look at this, throws Taylor into the ring, and he's going to go in there to meet him, I would say so, but no, the Prophet is trying to catch a breather, rightfully so. But look at this. Oh, he's got that chain in his hand. He's got that chain. And oh no, he's choking the life out of the Prophet with that chain. He's got him goozled. He's gonna, oh, I don't know. Look out, Wylde's got the chair. He's got the chair. Look out, Taylor. Oh God, head first with a chair. Any means necessary to get out of that hole there with that chain. He was being choked to death. Which one of these two men will prevail and get the fall in this? If Taylor gets the next fall, the match is over. But if Wylde gets it, it's sudden death. And now the Prophet stomping away at the ankles, the calves, the legs of the nemesis. And he just drove the head of that chair on the ankle. Oh, come on. But hey, it's a good call. Ground the nemesis. If you ground him, he can't stunner you. Good call, good motive, good strategy by the Prophet Wylde. Now Wylde talking smack in the face of the nemesis. He's not again. The chair again. Oh, come on. And he's got that. Oh, he's still got the chair. Look out, Taylor. Oh, chair froze up the midsection. And oh, God, again, right in the stomach. And still got that daggum steel chair. Oh, no. No, he's putting the chair on the foot. He could break his ankle. Oh, come on. This is sick. This is disgusting. Well, no, Taylor is up. He's got the chair. He's got it. Oh, across the back in timber. Down goes the Prophet to the canvas in a heap. Taylor down on the canvas, Wylde still in the canvas after that chair shot. Something has got to give. We're in the second fall for the second match. 1, 2, out, and Wylde he got the rope with his hand, forcing a rope break. Wylde crawling, trying to crawl to the outside to get a breather, and rightfully so. And then Taylor, like an old veteran, going out there to meet his adversary. And now he's got Wylde now. Well, you had him, Taylor. What are they going to do? Oh, he's off the chart. Oh, good God, what a clothesline, and he turned him inside out. Good grief! Something has got to give, folks, in this 2 out of 3 falls match. Like we just saw earlier in the first fall of the first match, Taylor scored a score of 1. It's Taylor 1, Wylde 0. If you've just joined us, folks, wherever you may be, and oh God, there's Clay on the ring at the entranceway. You can definitely know Clay is going to be a factor for his leader, the Prophet Jay Wylde. Clay just came out the entranceway and now watching his Prophet do his handiwork. And Taylor could still be maybe out. Oh, Taylor's up to one knee there, and now the Prophet with a fist right to the face, to the facial features of the Nemesis James Taylor. And now the Prophet tossing Taylor back inside the ring. Clay has not moved a muscle. And the Prophet now directing his follower, his first follower, Clay, to get some heavy artillery as Clay's, wait, it looks like out of the corner of my eye I saw Clay. Yes, Clay has got the ladder that we saw in the Golden Vault match. And I dropped it. Oh, what a shot there by Taylor. And it looks like Clay is throwing in the ladder for his Prophet to use against the Nemesis James Taylor. But it looks like Taylor now has saw the ladder, has got the ladder, and he positioned the ladder in the corner of the ring. Wylde trying to get to a vertical base. Yes, he does. Taylor walking over to Jay Wylde now. And he rakes the eyes, but hey, it's legal, I guess you could say, in this matchup. Irish whip. Back first. The Prophet goes to the ladder. And you can guarantee, folks, the ladder wins every time. And now Taylor on both knees, crawling over to Wylde now. Pinfall, yes indeed. 1, 2. And Wylde somehow kicked out of that. Somehow, some way, got the arm up for the kick out. Taylor now on both feet now, and now kicking away at Jay Wylde. He's got the he's got the legs of the Prophet. Look out, incoming, and look, it looks like Jay Wylde just became the human catapult. Face meets ladder, and once again the ladder wins over Jay Wylde's face. Guaranteed, folks, guaranteed. And Clay walked over to assist his leader of the prophecy, and it looks like Taylor going to the outside yet again, folks. Taylor on the outside, and then you see Clay walking away, not wanting to deal with the Nemesis. And it looks like Taylor told him to smack, elbow to the back, and Taylor now might have him. Wait, he tripped him. He tripped it. Oh, no.
This is how
Look out.
Taylor.
Look out. It's coming. And Taylor with a catapult. He got it head first off the post with that catapult. Both men's tanks have to very well be on E. We have seen everything in the first fall with Taylor scoring 1. We're in the second fall. The second fall has been back and forth, folks, to say the least. And now it looks like the Prophet having some words with Carter. Come, look out, Carter. Don't mess with that guy. He's a weirdo. Wait a minute. Good God Almighty. And James Taylor is busted wide open. Taylor is out. Poked to the eye there by the Prophet. But Taylor is sporting the crimson mask. He is bleeding like a government mule. And he doesn't give a damn. He's good. Taylor now is still going after him again, but he's bleeding like a mule here, folks. Hopefully he lost too much blood, but with that catapult shot, he caught the ring post head first. Wait, oh no! The Prophet just hit the stunner on Taylor! 1, 2, and a kick out! Well, they say, folks, imitation is the most acceptable flattery. That was not flattery at all. That was like a middle finger to the Nemesis. And the Prophet's hot again. Look out, Carter. Look out.
You got that shoulder, Prophet.
He's still arguing with Carter now. Look out. Look out, Carter. You're going to get hurt, for God's sake. Look out. Oh, the clothesline. Inside out goes the Prophet. Pinfall 1, 2. Oh, and a kick out there by Jay Wylde after that clothesline tip by the Nemesis James Taylor. How close can it be, folks? How close can it, by God, be? Taylor is at 1 fall, Wylde 0. And look at this, Stunner, no! And clothesline from the abyss. This could be it. 1, 2, and a 3 count. Folks, we're now entering sudden death. Prophet 1, Nemesis 1. We are now going into sudden death rules. The next fall, ladies and gentlemen, will score the winner of this matchup. The question is, who will it be? Will it be the Prophet or will it be Jay? It's a replay of the close on the abyss that got Wylde the fall. And we're back down to ringside yet again.
Defeated.
Like I said, folks,
The undefeated.
Wylde won, Taylor won,
make you feel?
sudden
Nemesis.
death rules.
You're nothing
What man
but a
will get the
puny
fall
little
in this last
video
match
game.
of this match to
Wannabe.
end this matchup here and possibly end this rivalry and all the disrespect of this bald SOB slapping James Taylor and putting the boots to the Nemesis. I have never seen the Nemesis get a beat down like this before in my life, folks. Never have I ever. And wait a minute. Oh, and a slap to the face. Oh, a stunner that just pissed him off. A stunner by the stunner master himself. And look at this now. Taylor going to the outside. Yeah, going to the outside, looking for something. I don't know what he's going to find. Can he find a chair? A chain? I don't know what he's going to find out there, but he should be capitalizing on the Prophet. He's got to capitalize if he wants to defeat the Prophet here at the grand stage of the mall for Anniversary 6. You see Clay over there, a little bit of words for the Prophet, trying to assist his Prophet, and looks like Taylor has got the steel chair. The toys are in effect yet again, folks. Taylor putting the steel chair in, and wait, he's got, look at this. He's got, oh no, he's not going to, is he? A suplex over the top rope of the rope. A suplex over the rope. The chair is still in the ring. The ladder's still in the ring. What's got to give? Something has to. Both men have already scored a fall apiece. Uh-oh. Taylor's got that chair. It cannot go good for either one of these men. Oh no, that chair he got the chair near the midsection. Oh God, this is not gonna go good. Wait, he's got him. Yes, he has. Oh, the sidewalk slamming. Well, folks, that chair will be used no more. The middle part of the back of Jay Wylde goes right into that chair. The channel, who got it worse? Jay Wylde's back or that poor chair? But nonetheless, it was effective. Both men on the canvas, and Rev Carter is checking on both of them, and thank God for that he is, because he might throw up the X. Might have an old contest. This keeps up. Each man pulling out all the stops left in the tank to put away one another to finally end this long, grueling rivalry. And it looks like Taylor has got the Prophet. Look out. Irish whip on the ropes, comes back, clothesline, ducks it in, coming. Oh, clothesline from the abyss by the Prophet yet again. It's over. This could be all. Taylor on the canvas down in a heap. This could be the final moments of this match. Could the undefeated be the defeated?
A year because of you. I've had nightmares thinking of you.
This is getting real personal, folks, or has been
You are
personal
guilty of
for a long time, folks. And he's scraping his hand on the face. Oh, and he rakes the eyes. He dotted the eyes of the Prophet. That shut him up, for God's sake, and thank God. And now Taylor trying to get back to the legal base of the Prophet. Now he's back up and kicking away. Oh my, wait a minute, what is it? Is he? No way. It looks like Jay Wylde has got the sharpshooter locked in on James Taylor. He's got the sharpshooter locked in. The pain, the agony in the Nemesis' face. And he's pulling him into the middle of the ring. He's got nowhere to go. Taylor cannot reach the ropes. He's got to fight of it. He has it. He's fighting out of it. He's got it. Taylor get the ropes. And he collapsed in a heap. He's still trying to fight back. And he flips off. He flipped off Carter. The fight back there. He's got to get up. He's trying to get out of this. But
you
wait.
believe in my words.
I believe.
Give up.
I believe.
You gotta answer me.
Taylor.
You want to submit?
Taylor is passed out. Taylor is passed out. Taylor is not moving at all. The Nemesis has passed out. Yep, it's over. Carson, it's over. It's over. Taylor has passed out from the sharpshooter. He didn't tap. He didn't say I quit, but he passed out from the pain. He did. But nonetheless, folks, your winner of the 2 out of 3 falls match is the Prophet Jay Wylde. The Prophet has defeated the undefeated James Taylor with the sharpshooter. And there you see Clay raising the hand of his Prophet. Taylor Wylde has defeated Taylor here at Anniversary 6. What an effort by both these men. Both these men gave everything they had. But in the end, the Prophet has defeated James Taylor. Taylor is no more undefeated. Thanks to that man right there, the Prophet Jay Wylde. Folks, I've been this one. Let's look at these replays of the highlights. The first fall, where you see the Taylor with the first score of the fall, that stun and that pinfall, and then you see the second fall with the Prophet getting the pin after the clothesline there. Then you see the last fall, folks, as the Prophet put the sharpshooter in on Taylor, and Taylor passed out, folks. Taylor is no more undefeated. And look out! Oh, the stunner!
Ross, I'm back. I'm back. What all did I miss?
Well, Cross, I can't believe I'm going to tell you this, but Taylor is no more undefeated. The Prophet has defeated the undefeated James Taylor.
Oh my goodness! So the undefeated James Taylor lost here tonight, Anniversary 6?
Taylor has lost, folks. But you know, Taylor is walking out here with no help, no assist, like the badass that he is. No help from Carter. Carter ain't a stunner. Taylor's walking out on his own 2 legs.
What a matchup, Ross. James Taylor wouldn't have it any other way than walking out on his 2 feet.
No other way, as you would say. The Prophet has won, folks.
And now we'll be taking a Red Bubble commercial.